Hey, good morning. It's Friday. My name is Terry, and I'm the founder of Coker Franchise Consulting here with my friend Ray.
Hi, it's Ray from Time to Franchise.
All righty. So here's what we do. On Friday morning, we gather questions from our inboxes. We call it our mailbag from people that we talked to this week about investing in a franchise, and we talk about them. That's why we call it Friday Franchise Feedback. So we do it on Friday mornings because we have a whole week's worth of emails in our inbox. So, Ray, this week I had a gentleman in the Northeast, and he asked me, he said, what is the new hot franchise? And I said, okay. And so that's the question for this week. What's the hot franchise? Now, I've had that question considerably 10 or 12 million times over the last 15 years because it's everybody's number one question. They wonder if they had been, if their grandfather or father or uncle had been an investor in Ray Kroc's McDonald's in 1962, they might own an island now, or they might own a large boat anchored off an island. They may be living the Jimmy Buffett lifestyle if grandpa had just taken Ray Kroc up on that milkshake machine thing. So what's the hot franchise, Ray? When somebody asks you that, what's the counsel that you give them?
That's a great question. Terry, you're exactly right. I get that question whether I'm at one of my kids' schools, if I'm at a ball game, cookout. You hear that question all the time, and we get it all the time in feedback. But it's a serious question.
It's a serious question.
The reality is that the answer to that, what is the hot franchise? I think it depends on you. But the reality is that what I'm seeing is people come in saying, I want the shiny new franchise, the sparkly new toy. And a lot of times you're going to find the best deals out there, the best businesses are kind of dull and boring.
Boring. Why is that?
Well, dull and boring until you dig in and peel the onion back a little bit and you start seeing what are the operations about and what are the financials. Dull and boring can be anything from a dry cleaning service, restoration, construction, doing things for other people that they can't or don't want to do for themselves.
Time saving ideas.
Time savings ideas is a good one. Some people think it's dirty jobs. It's not always dirty jobs. It's just maybe not something that they want to spend their Saturday afternoon doing. 3 or 4 hours of doing something you have to do versus spending time with your family. So, what do you
Well,
think?
I watch the SUVs go up and down the streets of my neighborhood. Soccer practice, recitals, dance lessons. Do you want to be out fertilizing the lawn, or do you want to be sitting, in the third row for your daughter's recital? That's kind of an easy question for a lot of people. If they're time stressed. And I haven't talked to anybody in a long time now that isn't time stressed. So yeah, I would agree with you. Bright and shiny isn't always the path to success. It can be, okay, but dull and boring is dull and boring for a reason if it's still around 10, 15, 20 years later after the inception of the franchise.
Yeah, and in today's world, a lot of the dull and boring are essential businesses.
Essential.
They're essential and they need to be essential. So, um, do you have time for a question from the mailbag? I pulled one out as well.
I do, yeah. Yeah, let's do one more.
Because I'm getting a little bit older, Terry.
Roger
Question I pulled is actually from a woman in the Northeast. And this is one that we see quite a bit too. Help. I lost my job and I need something quick. Is there anything out there that I can quickly replace my income with?
We hear that question a lot too, and the answer is yes. And so think of it this way. If you're going to build a store, that's going to take a while, okay? You're going to have to identify a real estate selection, and the franchise companies will help you with that. They will target demographically. They'll help you find real estate, but first you've got to go through the search, and then you have to go through the construction phase. So finding and building, is going to take quite a while. It can take 9, 12, 15, 18 months if you're very particular, where you want to be. And so clearly not quick. So if you have to build something, it's not going to be quick. Now, the opposite of that is if you can run a home-based business, those businesses open up very quickly. So a B2B services franchise that you can run from an extra room, an office in your house, most of them start that way. A van-based business, like you mentioned, things that you see in neighborhoods, the neighborhood services, lawn care, dry cleaning, pickup, and delivery. Mosquito spraying has become very popular over the last 2, 3, 4 years for good reason. Those businesses can be run from your home. And, maybe the only restriction is your homeowners association. You can't park a van or 3 vans in your driveway. But you can find a local strip center very close to your house and park the vans there if that's an issue. So that's what I would say. If you need to do something quick, look at low-cost home-based franchises, and there are some really, really good ones out there.
Yeah, a lot of these are usually low cost. I tell people all the time when they ask me about quick, and it's important, right? When someone, I mean, in today's world, if you read the headlines, there's a lot of people in that boat,
A lot.
and God bless them, and let's try to help them. But reality is we still have to take the time to do it right. You don't want to do it just to do it fast. It's got to be done correctly. And there are businesses like that, but you have to make sure that you have the skill sets that are necessary to succeed. You don't want to make a hasty decision. I understand you want to do it quickly, and you want to find something that can make money quickly. We understand that there's options out there, but you still have to do the homework. I feel like a teacher here, but you still have to do the homework in order to do it right so that you make the informed best decision for yourself.
Well, and in essence, we are teachers, right? We teach people how to investigate franchises. Our title is franchise consultants, but we're really educators and teachers. We're going to teach you, how to get started, where to start. A lot of people don't know where to start, and how to go through an investigation, leading to what Ray just said, that informed business decision. Hey, well, we appreciate you being here on Friday morning. So if you have a question about owning or investing in a franchise, here's what we'd like you to do. Leave a comment down below or direct message either one of us. My name is Terry Coker, C-O-K-E-R. You can search for me on LinkedIn, and we'll talk to you soon. We'll jump on the phone with you and do a Q&A call to make sure that we can help you. Ray, do you want to tell people how to find you?
Absolutely. My name is Ray. Last name is Fanning. F as in Frank, A-N-N-I-N-G. And just direct message, leave a comment. We'll talk, and let's have a discussion. We might be able to answer your questions.
Yeah, and we will see you next Friday morning.
Take care.